Across South Australia, more than 1 in 5 people live with disability. Inclusion isn't a buzzword, it's a commitment to see, to hear, to act. Our first State Disability Inclusion Plan, launched in 2020, laid the groundwork. Now, the 2025 to 2029 plan builds on that foundation. It takes the next step, embedding inclusion into the systems and services that shape our lives.
The first State Disability Inclusion Plan did a very good job of laying the foundations for many of the improvements.
So my son has autism. Right now, what we see more is that organizations start to recognize the sensory needs of them.
Vision impairment is very much an information disability. So in the past, accessing information was always a challenge. Now, finally, it's like we're just joining everyone else, being overwhelmed with too much information, which is a really good problem for us.
Inclusive communities begin with access, physical, digital, and attitudinal.
Education, that's my field. We're opening it up and we're encouraging people with disabilities and using the mindset that education is open to everybody.
Employment, to me, means so much because it gives us a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging. More and more employers are now recognizing that people with disabilities can be productive employees.
Everyone deserves access to education, employment, and a future that reflects their potential.
In the past, access was a huge problem. I use a wide wheelchair when I am in my wheelchair, and I still sometimes have access difficulties. But I think now we're seeing a lot more understanding of the different disabilities. Hidden disabilities are now recognised. You just don't have to be in a wheelchair to be seen as having a disability.
Support should be consistent, person-centred, and easy to access, no matter where you live.
Nowadays, we see more attitudinal changes. Healthcare professional, we trying to think about what support can we offer to help them have their own life. So in other ways, healthcare professionals are more supportive than ever to help patients to go as far as they can.
Good health begins with listening, access, and respect for every person at every stage of life.
I have students applying for police clearances and they struggle because of the language. And when it's brought down to simple English, and they can do it easily without anybody's assistance, little changes like that will go a long way and make life a lot easier for people.
True inclusion means protection, dignity, and justice for all.
Looking at the state plan, it covers different domains. And with the work together, then ultimately the general health of the person living in a disability will improve.
And that's why it is so important that we all work with the new plan so no one is left behind.
This plan gives us a direction, but real change happens when every state authority leads, when policy turns into practice and systems are shaped with and for people with a disability. Together, we can build a South Australia where no one is left behind.